Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Krista Marie. So today we are going to be doing a simple makeup tutorial for beginners. This makeup tutorial you'll be able to do at home, girls. So don't worry, it's going to be super easy. We're not going to use a ton of products. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible for you guys because I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't like that much makeup. I can never do that much makeup. But girl, I'm telling you, if you want a nice looking makeup look, you got to add a little more to it sometimes. If you're new to my channel, I'm Krista Marie and I teach you makeup the easy way. Okay, first I'm going to start by applying a mattifying primer to my face. I do have oily skin, so I find that a mattifying primer helps control any oil and shine that I may have throughout the day. So I normally do my brows off camera, but I thought to do them on camera today because maybe you haven't seen how I do my brows and I get so many compliments on my brows. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Brow Pencil. I love this brow pencil. It's so micro, it's so tiny. So I'm able to kind of fill in the little sparse areas of my brows before shaping them with concealer. And I'm looking into my mirror and I'm going to fill in any areas that look sparse. Now I'm going to take my concealer, I'm going to place them on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a brush that is flat and it has like a slightly roundness to it. It's great for sculpting and carving out the brows and shaping them. I love this brush. I use it every day. And I'm going to look back into my mirror and I'm just going to follow the shape of my brow to clean up the brow. Okay, so now that the brows are browing, the brows are done, I'm going to go in with that same concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I'm going to just spot conceal a little of my dark spots on my face. Because, girl, we want an even complexion. Although this is a simple makeup look, I feel like if I do a little spot concealing, I won't have to do a lot of foundation. I feel like with simple makeup looks, you don't really need that many products. Like, you're keeping it simple. It's almost like your everyday, makeup look. This could be great for work. It could be great for just a girly who just don't like a lot of makeup on their face. You just want to keep it basic. Nothing's wrong with basic makeup, girl, okay? Especially if it's skin-like. Yes, I'm here for it. So now we're going to get into foundation. I feel like as far as the foundation, you can do a more of a medium coverage if you don't like a full coverage. Because I already did like a little bit of spot concealing, I don't really need to use that much foundation. So I am just going to take a little bit on my finger and kind of put it in certain areas and lightly blend it out with my beauty blender. I feel like I don't need a whole bunch today because we already spot concealed. But if you want to use like a skin tint, if you want to use a foundation that has more of a medium coverage, definitely go for it. I feel like for a simple everyday look, a lighter foundation is ideal. And I'm going to take my slightly damp beauty sponge and I'm going to lightly tap to blend out the foundation. I never use beauty sponges. I feel like they absorb so much product, but I really want to keep this makeup look like natural, very skin-like, and that's what I want to do today. So I use a beauty sponge to blend out this foundation. This foundation actually is really beautiful. It's a beautiful foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. eye brightener just to brighten up my dark circles slightly before I apply my concealer. I love this so much. I think this is a really great product, especially if you are new to makeup and if you struggle with color correctors and they just don't work for you. I feel like this is a great alternative to a color corrector because you're literally just placing a little bit in that darker area and it brightens up the darkness instantly, girl. This is also great for those no makeup days when you just don't want to do nothing. Just throw something underneath the eyes, a little blush, gloss, and girl, you're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to apply the concealer away from the under eye in the direction of my fine lines. We don't want a cakey under eye, girl. We definitely don't want anything to be super cakey. So this is like the best thing for me. I'm going to place a little bit of the concealer like on my chin, my cupid's bow, and a little on my forehead as well, just to give like a little brightness there in the middle. I want to keep everything like powder. If you have more dry skin, then of course you can use a lot of cream products. But for me, I am an oily girl. So I try to keep everything like powder. Go ahead and blend out the concealer starting from the end and working our way up. I also want to say that you can take away products too. Like if you literally just wanted to do foundation and concealer and do a powder and mascara and that's it, that's all you can do, girl. to me, this look is very basic and simple for my normal full glam looks because I am a full glam girly. So this simple makeup look is very, very simple for me. Like, I'm not even really brightening the under eye that much. I'm keeping everything kind of at skin-like levels. Okay, so for setting powder, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Powder. I mix shade Kunafa and Cinnamon Bun together. And this is going to give me like a natural balance. So that way I can just set my entire face versus me using like 2 or 3 separate powders. I'm just going to stick to this one powder. I'm tapping out any excess on the back of my hand. And before I go to set underneath my eyes, I'm just going to re-blend out that concealer. So that way the concealer is not settling into my creases, into my fine lines. And we're literally just going to press this powder under the eye. The Huda Beauty powders, literally the best, hands down, my favorite setting powders. And I like to do a little bit more of powder under the eyes just to make sure liquids, they just don't move, girl, because we want them to stay in place for the duration of the day. And I also want to say, if you just wanted to use like a foundation powder, I know for the oily skin girls, if you wanted something super simple and lightweight and nothing extra, you can use a foundation powder. When I was traveling over the holidays, I used the MAC foundation powder, and that was like literally my go-to. Foundation powder, concealer, a little bronzer, and mascara, and that was my go-to look, you know? Next, we're gonna move into bronzer. I love these duo bronzers by Juvia's Place. You literally have 2 shades you can work with. If you don't want it to be too warm, then you can use the top shade. Both of them work great. Sometimes I go like this, and I'm using both shades just to give me that perfect warmth, but I love a bronzer over a contour any day, okay? Listen. For me, I feel like the bronzer just adds so much warmth to the face. It really just adds a nice little touch to the face, you know, and I really, really like that. So the face isn't flat, you know what I mean? I'm also going to take a little bit of bronzer and place it on the lid. I feel like for a simple look, just plopping a little bit of bronzer on the lid is going to be it for you, girl. Bronzer and mascara is literally going to take the makeup look to a whole nother level. I'm telling you right now, you don't need too much. Okay, so now we're going to use the Juvia's Place blush. I am going to use pink. Pink is one of my go-to colors for blush. Like, one of my favorite shades. And again, you have that darker shade and then you have that lighter shade. You can use the lighter shade to kind of brighten the front corner of the cheeks and use this kind of at the top if you wanted to, or you can mix them. Sometimes I mix the blushes, but it's just going to add like a nice little touch, you know, to the actual face with a little bit of blush or add it to the face. Okay, we are almost done, you guys. This is turning out so good. I'm going to go in with mascara now. This is the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. I love this mascara. This mascara is so freaking good. Debating if I want to do lashes today. I feel like if I do a lash, it's going to be a natural lash and it may be a half lash because I don't really want a super bold, dramatic look. I feel like this is a simple makeup look, and I feel like a simple lash, just a little bit of a natural lash is, you know, will be perfect for this makeup look. Okay, you guys, we are almost done. I do want to install some lash extensions. They are very natural. They're very small, super easy to install. These lashes are by Lily Lashes. And the style of these lashes are persuasive. I am going to trim the end of my lashes because they are slightly too long and we really want them to look natural. And I don't want them to, you know, to irritate my actual lash line. Now I'm going to add some duo glue to the band of the lash line. Let the glue dry. I'm going to look down in my mirror and we're going to install the lashes to my lash line. I don't know why that just happened, but let's get it together, lashes. Let's get it together. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so cute. They're so dainty. I love this style. This is a really good, like, everyday lash. Every day, not too much, not super dramatic, very subtle, a little volume, but not doing too much, girl. We're keeping it simple here. Okay, so next we're going to do setting sprays. I'm going to be using the NARS Light Reflecting Makeup Setting Mist. This is just literally going to melt down my powders and just keep everything looking nice and refreshed and good. And yes, girl. Now we're going to spray the Milani Make It Last Original. This is their setting spray. This is going to give you more of like that natural finish, but it's also going to give you that longevity that you want for your makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to do a lip combo. I'm using a Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in shade Limitless Brown. This, you guys see this. This is my favorite lip liner. It is literally getting down to the core, girl. Look at this. But these glide on so nicely, and I like how you can use these for an eyeshadow. You can use these to contour. You can use this for your lip, contour. You can use this as blush if you wanted to. They're so versatile. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Buxom Full On Plumping Matte Lipstick. I'm going to place it in the center of my mouth. The color is there. It's subtle. It's not too much. I love it. So now I'm going to move into a lip gloss. Now this is a blue pH changing lip gloss. It's by Rim Beauty. All right, this is the final look. It's your simple makeup tutorial, girl. Let me know what you think about this look. I think it's super simple. It's straight to the point. I'm not using a ton of products. If you don't want to use as many products that I use, you can definitely minimize the product list down. You don't have to use a whole bunch. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is this a makeup tutorial that you can see yourself doing every single day? Or was this too much for you? And make sure to check out this video right here. It's going to give you some amazing tips on how to create the perfect eyeshadow tutorial for beginners.